can't just increase their military spending, which is the main ask that the
Correct.
United States had of
People,
them, so they're
people
doing
are
what they
getting
want them to
correct.
do.
People are getting. America is going to be a regional power, and they're going to sell shitloads of weapons to make military
Not in
companies
your lifetime, bro.
and build up the world's
Not in our
military.
lifetime, brother.
This is why
What happens when you're a country and you buy
All right,
America's
man.
military?
We're just listening up. I'm just streaming right now. I'm gonna see what's going on.
Just signed a trade deal with China because the world is being divided in two. So exactly what you just said is also wrong.
American military bases are not going to be replaced by Chinese military bases.
We're not saying that.
They can sign all the deals they want. The Jews prop up anti-Semites.
So it seems like America, we didn't attack them boys.
The military is what tells you what's in place. The military is not changing sides.
Military is propped up.
I'm just bringing up an example.
What I'm saying is that they're not going to be using those military bases in order to prop up the dollar, because the financial banks and institutions are in an operation to weaken the dollar for this very reason. This is not confrontational. This is not hostile. What you are feeling as an emotion is a cartoon. The banks, China, and the Gulf countries are all on the same team.
Let me bring this back. Let me ask you a question.
The chess pieces have not changed place, Simon. All the chess pieces are still in the same places.
Max, do you think that Venezuela, it is better for America to have Maduro gone? Both you and
American
Simon
companies, American stock market, or American people?
Overall,
for everyone.
No, it's American stock market bad for the American people. American people pay inflation. American stocks make money. If you've got American stocks, then it's good for you. And by the way, I mean significant. I don't mean the
to have
60%
a communist
in the
regime
middle.
that has fucking Chinese and Russians is a benefit to the American people. Stop the game, Simon.
You already have a Chinese regime. Where do all your rare earth minerals? Where does a chunk of your revenue come from? Where do all your components and trade deals? Where do all of the revenue that you're pushing around the world right now? It is interdependent with China.
And that was done on purpose to fucking handicap America, which Donald Trump is trying to fix at this time. 100%. Traders and within our government allow that to happen.
Let's talk about Trump.
Executed.
Let's talk about Trump. Where is Trump investing most of his money right now?
Bitcoin, and he's investing most of his money in cryptocurrency.
Is Bitcoin good for the dollar or bad for the dollar?
Bad.
Okay, where else is he investing geographically? What's the number one source? What bank is the number one source of the loans that he's been
Mississippi,
receiving?
you said Maduro's gone. USA taking over Venezuela. Bro.
I'd say ICBC.
When they got dude, I thought they put a Nike Tech on him.
All of the contracts that he's signing.
Where's the proof of that? Where's the proof of that?
Just ask ChatGPT. You can get all of the different transactions.
I thought they put a Nike Tech on him.
Right now, where are most of the Trump?
You're telling me the Chinese bank is giving direct payments to Donald Trump?
ICBC, a private bank in Shanghai that is part state-controlled, part private. Trump has a bunch of
Nike
deals
Tech.
that were funded by
they put the Nike Tech on him, bro.
Now,
thought they wanted him to be like a YN when they captured him. Whole time. They was that's how they found his ass.
Over the next decade.
I'm like, it's an old YN.
I would say the Middle East.
Venezuela tweaking, boy.
Now, just look at Trump's
I wonder what we finna do. What we finna just hold him in custody with us? You know what I'm saying? You know you got the federal. It's about to be a bunch of drama after this. You know you got the federal judges. The federal judges gonna be like, we don't agree with Trump and how he did it, so let him go, type shit. And exactly what's about to happen. And then they gonna probably try to,
everything he is doing is a rhetoric for you to believe that what he's
appeal
doing is
appeal that one.
It ain't.
Try to keep him in jail. Because what's gonna happen is the federal judges that's probably from Biden or the thing administration or the Obama administration.
I saw a president that activated ICE. I saw a president that said,
the ones from Obama and Biden administration, the federal judge is probably gonna be like, nah, bro.
One at a time.
They're gonna have to let him go. He was
One at a
indicted
time.
5 years ago.
One at a time. Who benefits?
Gary.
The president of Venezuela?
Who benefits from ICE?
That's crazy.
American population, obviously.
what companies on
And think about this too, like what can you do?
Arresting as many American people.
It ain't really much they can do because nigga, we got the power, fuck. And then that's the crazy part about letting things have more power than your country,
now
unfortunately.
If you've got an open border, closed border, do you think Palantir is for
because I tell people, hey man, if that's why United States is that it is, like if we didn't have this power, we wouldn't even have this type of power. You know what I'm saying?
So who's going to be enforcing that border policy? Is it going to be Palantir?
Most likely.
Boy, stay trying to get in the hit.
No, it's going to be the United States government.
Whose interest does Palantir serve?
No, we got to be real. The U.S. government's going to give that operation in Palantir, so we got to be real. Simon does have a point.
And whose interest does Palantir serve?
Peter Thiel's.
Okay. So you're getting to the point here, right? This is about the surveillance state.
But again,
you understand why? You understand why Larry thinks?
No.
You understand?
I understand people.
You understand why the World Economic Forum
want to make money.
To flood America with
immigrants. People want to make money, Simon. This has not changed.
So they arguing on here about
that's why those systems are going to be in place.
The United States and shit. This is Myron Gaines.
Is Palantir America first?
This is Myron Gaines' YouTube channel.
You can make the
he's on somebody I forgot that chat app called, and they're just fighting about it while everybody wait for
I think they're U.S. stock market first.
Trump to come out and say something. It's funny too because they grabbed his ass. That's nuts. Like, damn, early morning too. I thought they were just fighting some shit.
And I agree. I believe the opposite.
Oh, I mean, again, you're talking from a point that which many people would disagree, but go ahead.
No, we do. But that's what I'm saying. You've got to get to the point here because, Gary, we have to prepare people for this stuff.
Gary's on the side on this one.
I just said 15 minutes ago. I said 15 minutes ago that if you don't get rich within 2-3 years, you're cooked for the rest of eternity. I just said that. So, yes, we do have to get people prepared, but it's AI that's going to do the fucking most of that damage, not this cabal you're talking about. Or maybe the cabal is actually putting in the AI, and maybe that's your point.
Gary have the same opinion on this because I've debated Gary and you on the same issue many times, and you both have the same opinion.
All right, cool. Well, on that point, we agree. Just understand that the American, from my perspective, America is a regional power already, and this is the optics that's needed.
So we're getting that oil from there, taking over
money
bro.
from the American people that don't have much stocks,
yeah,
and hand it over to the American.
We definitely gonna be taking shit. We seized all that oil.
Zionists, you can call them.
We seized all that oil. We definitely taking shit for real. Like,
about 40 to 50%
they can't stop us.
That's
the crazy part, bro. We literally came to their shit and took their leader after putting a hit, not even a hit, basically a bounty on they. You know, we basically put a bounty on their president, went in that bitch ourselves and grabbed him up on strongman shit. I'm just saying.
I say a lot of Americans are using that.
Venezuela should have just said, man, I'll work with you, bro. I'll stop bringing the drugs in yo. If that's even the reason. You know how these presidents and shit be covering shit up? They be like, it's for the fentanyl whole time. Fentanyl is rarely involved, but it looked like they had ships and shit coming over. The oil, I don't think that really had nothing to do with the fentanyl, because that was actually a Venezuelan oil tanker. Maybe they found intel in there, they plans to traffic drugs with the oil. I don't know, they never said they found one with it. So I'm just going to assume that we just want that shit for real, and we just going to take it. Maybe somebody felt disrespected. Never about drugs, yeah. I don't think, well, that you're right. That's what that started off with. I think Trump started off with is like, oh, the fentanyl. That's why we was blowing up the little ships that was coming over here. But you know, and it's funny because it's like you think we can't see it, but it's like we so high up in the sky, nigga. We can see you, and you can make your face out from like miles in the sky, which is crazy.
Because you put the date on it, you said by 2030. How much can they contribute substantially, knowing that?
Is this nigga still live? Oh, did he cut his live already? So we just going through a regular little. Yeah, he go live every day. Like, he really streaming shit, and I'm actually trying to do like what he do. But he doing news and stuff. I'm trying to do news too, but he do a little like he don't clip it up like that. He don't usually have to. He just play the whole thing through like a show. Then maybe if it's something cool, he'll clip it.
One second, just 1 second. Oh. Sorry, Mace, just 1 second. No, I just want to say the press conference is going to start any minute. So when it does, we'll mute and go to it. And if I can ask everybody not to post anything in the nest, please. We've just got one post in the nest and we want to keep it like that. Sorry, Mace, go ahead. You and Gary were talking and Simon.
No, I just want to give my hold on. I want to give my mic off to Myron. He's been in here. If he wants to say something, I'd like him to speak it.
No, I was just listening to the conversation. I'm live right now on all the platforms, so I'm just like getting everything ready for this thing. So now just listening to the debate. It was interesting.
I'll give you one final thought on that as well.
Just Simon, just before I go to you, guys, we are going to be going live on the press conference in a minute or two. I believe it's a couple of minute countdown. We also have a link to our YouTube in the nest. We are streaming this live on YouTube, and we are going to be streaming regularly. We have been streaming regularly on YouTube. So if you click on the in the nest above me, Khaleesi, and Santino, and follow the YouTube and put the notifications on YouTube, and we'll be doing that regularly. So do that for me, guys. If everyone, we've got through over 3,200 people on this space. If everyone can go there and click on it, we should have at least 1,000 people who do that. So if you can do that for us, that would be awesome. Simon, back to you. Go ahead.
Can I ask Myron a question real quick? Can I ask Myron a question? Myron, based on that debate, who would you hire as your financial consultant, Simon or Gary?
Yeah, man. Nah, they didn't send no carrier for the drug boats, but they kind of like with the helicopters they took the oil. The other shit they don't need to. You know, they could send that shit from miles away to shoot that shit down for real. Like they don't need to send no big shit. They didn't need to send big shit at all. It's Venezuela, bro. Like they just got land for real. That's it. Really it.
I'm not here for capitalism.
I think we barely did any damage to getting this nigga. That's like this is the easiest get ever. Somebody claim he ain't had no security with him or nothing.
Out of all three of them,
I believe
what provides more people with wealth?
I believe that using resources in order to minimize the amount of tax that people need to pay, and then allowing innovation to the private sector, and having a government that can't be taken over by private sector and is small.
It's interesting, man.
The best model, and that doesn't exist. You need hard money for that. But the banks will never allow that.
I didn't ask you that question, Simon. I live in a reality.
Which
communism,
country, Simon, has
if I could live in a capitalist,
what is the best?
Yeah, but it's a hybrid model. It's always a hybrid model. There's no such thing as pure capitalism or pure socialism or pure communism. It doesn't exist.
Pick, Simon? What country would you pick? Which country system would you pick out of all the countries out there?
Well, I'd like a government that actually performs its function, is not co-opted by private interest, with a private sector that's not co-opting government.
It doesn't exist, Simon. Exactly. That doesn't exist. Out of the basic...
Citizens. I want to thank the men and women of our military who achieved such an...
I'm thinking that I'm watching this shit live with dude whole time. His live just ended, and this shit old as hell. It's not old as hell. It's like 35 minutes out. So I'm like late.
In this country that didn't go so well. They were an embarrassment. If you look back to Afghanistan, or if you look back to the Jimmy Carter days, they were different days. We're a respected country again, like maybe like never before.
Bro had to make fun of Biden.
He's highly...
We're back.
And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II.
For sure. He was fucking them up regardless.
It was a force against
we
a
could have sent the
heavily
new recruits for
fortified
him.
military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice. This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history. And if you think about it, we've done some other good ones, like the attack on Soleimani, the attack on al-Baghdadi, and the obliteration and decimation of the Iran nuclear sites just recently in an operation known as Midnight Hammer. All perfectly executed and done. No nation in the world could achieve what America achieved yesterday, or frankly, in just a short period of time. All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military working with U.S. law enforcement
Bro sounds drunk.
successfully captured
Right.
Maduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off due to a certain expertise that we have. It was dark, and it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice. Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York.
That's who indicted you. No, I'm just playing. Right? My buddy audio went out. It says turn up the volume. Don't sleep, W old. Yeah, his shit tweaking. Fuck all that. His opinions be dope. I just like to have his take on it and stuff. But I'd rather look at it my damn self, see what's going on.
And we start with Lucas Tomlinson live in West Palm Beach, where the commander-in-chief has been spending the holidays. And Lucas, you've had great coverage overnight here. What else are we learning about this operation?
Good morning, Griffin. A daring operation in the pre-dawn hours and 2 a.m. local in Caracas, 1 a.m. East Coast time. U.S. Special Operations Forces flew in from off the coast of Venezuela to snatch Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife. President Trump announcing the news on Truth Social a short time ago. I'll read it for our viewers. It says, quote, "The United States of America successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. This operation was done in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There will be a news conference today at 11 a.m. at Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump." And just before the assault force arrived at Maduro's compound, you can imagine the intelligence that U.S. intelligence agency had to have to know where to send the assault force to be able to locate and grab Maduro as well as his wife. You had numerous airstrikes throughout Caracas targeting Maduro's forces at a military base in Caracas as well as an air base, also Venezuela's largest port. And this is something President Trump has been threatening for months. It started with the drone strikes on the alleged drug boats in the Caribbean and the Eastern Pacific. Over 24 to date, killing over 100 people. You saw it when U.S. forces seized, as a law enforcement matter, the oil tankers that the Trump administration said were associated with the Maduro regime. The goal is to cut off the drug and oil revenue stream for Nicolas Maduro. And for months, we've heard President Trump say that Maduro must go. And Maduro was very defiant. Despite repeated threats from President Trump, over 15 times, President Trump said he will be striking on land. Recall on Monday, we heard the president confirming that the CIA struck a target along the coast of Venezuela, destroying some of Maduro's drug boats. And again, this has been something that is not quite unprecedented. We saw in 1989 with the seizure of Manuel Noriega from Panama. This is something that the president wanted. We had not heard from President Trump, almost shades of Operation Midnight Hammer when those B-2s struck Iran. We haven't seen President Trump over the past 2 days. We heard from him on New Year's Eve. It was interesting, a reporter...
Yeah, that boy President Trump, he clever with it, bro. When he gonna strike, when he gonna attack, he said it and you thought he was gonna continuously talk to you, and then he'd hit you. That's what he did with Iran. Like, they was talking. He damn near didn't even, he was kind of insinuating like he gave him a timeline. And before, like, the last 2 days, he just struck their ass, said, fuck it. I ain't even going to give y'all time to even think. Y'all should have already said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's time to blow some shit up, for real. But he is the commander-in-chief. He can do that. You know what I'm saying? He can send anybody to do anything. Damn near. But he's doing it in the likeness of the country like Venezuela. I understand the drug shit. Like, if the drugs coming in our country, bro, we got to stop it. But, of course, they're going to say that to us, to the public. They know the real reason why they did it for real.
The president what his goal was for this coming year. He replied, peace. Well, for the President Nicolas Maduro, he didn't get that. Now, we did hear from Maduro yesterday, guys. He sounded like he was almost pleading in an interview done from a car, believe it or not, saying he was almost begging the Trump administration for a deal with oil. Of course, many American oil firms were kicked out of Venezuela decades ago. We've heard from President Trump in recent days saying he wants that oil back, and the company's in.
Well, and it's, excuse me.
So we basically kidnapped this dude. And now we went from kidnapping him to now him negotiating oil to get his release. Well, if you're in trouble for a crime, I don't think the oil, what is it, like a bribery? Like, I'll give you oil if you let me free type shit. Like, if you did criminal acts and you get charged for criminal acts, you should be charged for that, right? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go. I'll take the oil, too, from his ass and keep his ass in jail. Fuck is he saying?
Pretty clear, Lucas, that the clock had run out for Nicolas Maduro to come to the table despite that interview that he did. Lucas, we're just getting a tweet this morning from Senator Mike Lee, who is saying just got off the phone with Secretary Rubio. He informed me that Nicolas Maduro has been arrested by U.S. personnel to stand trial on criminal charges in the United States, and that the kinetic action we saw tonight was deployed to protect and defend those executing the arrest warrant. This action likely falls within the president's inherent authority under Article 2 of the Constitution to protect U.S. personnel from an actual or imminent attack. It's interesting as we read that, Lucas, the Vice President Delcy Rodriguez of Venezuela.
And I'll say this too. Iran that just said that they're gonna attack us in Israel, like, you're tweaking, because like Trump don't need like Congress in order to attack motherfuckers when there's like he said, an imminent threat. And if they making threats like this, you would assume these niggas got nuclear bombs. You would assume that they probably will attack, even though of course we attacked them first, and it wouldn't be wise for them to attack. Unless they kamikaze, you know what I'm saying? They'll just blow themselves up too and they don't care. Then we got a problem. And that's why you shouldn't give those type of weapons to certain people. Because if they kamikaze, bro, and they just, fuck it, I'm going to blow you up in me, then we got like a problem. You know what I'm saying? Can't be giving them nukes. They'll scream some shit in there. About what the nigga with the motherfucker. Woo! You hear me? Can't do it. Can't do it. I ain't with that shit. All right, let's keep going.
Took earlier to state TV in Venezuela demanding proof of life of Maduro, but it's pretty apparent that it's unclear who is running that country right now. You're looking live at some of the strikes that were carried out there. Do we have any more indication about who is running the country there now, and whether or not any of the other
a whole president and his wife just paper bag over the head, immediately take him, blind him. I know they did that, bro. As soon as they arrested him, I know they put the paper. I know they put the little bag over the head so they can't see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like El Chapo. When like El Chapo you can't just take El Chapo and have him transport knowing where he go. No, bag over the head, tie up the feet in the arms, bro. You ain't getting out. Don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they crazy, bro. And it's a president of a whole country, bro. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a president of a whole country. This ain't just like a regular person. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that crazy to do. Because what if it was the back, the opposite side?
And Nicolas Maduro, and there could only be one winner. And that is why President Trump likely did not back down. You had this large.
Plus, we got all the gear, we got all the equipment, we got all the jets. You don't want war with the United States. Like, the only person that should want war with the United States is China, nigga. Not even Russia. It wouldn't be smart for Russia to do it neither. Only China should ask for war, because they have the brains at least, and they got the boats. You know what I'm saying? They got the nukes too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their shit, but China's our only challenge for real. Like other than that, like, but we should be more powerful than China and everybody. So in case they all try to gang up.
In Puerto Rico, she had this large armada and firepower assembled in KC-135 refueling planes.
Yeah, but where you gonna flee to when shit you in your own land?
President
I guess
Trump
it's the most
offered no indication that he was backing down from his
because if you go to
threat.
Colombia and shit, you know they got alliances with the United States. They might end
and
up
through,
grabbing them in a different country. I guess you're the safest in your country for real.
One winner in this showdown, and it was not Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, it appears.
So, Lucas, real quick, we understand that that this operation was successful and it's over.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have the sense
because they wouldn't have won in Cuba, but you know we got spies in Cuba. They would have tried to grab that nigga up or something. Because I think don't we still got embassies in Cuba? I'm not sure.
Well, Charlie, the U.S. military likes to operate at night. The pilots would have night vision goggles. The assault force would have had night vision goggles. That is their perfect time to launch these kind of operations is under the cover of darkness, not because most people are asleep. Likely Maduro and his wife were probably asleep when they blew up the door and grabbed him. So we've heard from Senator Lee also in that thread you just read. He says,
which tells you one thing:
the Secretary of State that
we know where you at, we know where you sleep, we know exactly what room you're in, and we know how to get in there. You get what I'm saying? I don't get it. Some of these presidents of other countries, they be talking sweet as hell, like the ones in Iran, bro. Literally, like it was too easy. Like they attacked these dudes too easy. Like they made it look too easy. The way we came in there and did what we did to them. Like I'd be scared if somebody knew exactly where I'm at all times, gonna attack me at any point. I'm talking crazy to them and like they can't pull up. You know what I'm saying?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want around with the United States.
Yeah, the president didn't mince words, Lucas. This is obviously a signature moment for President Trump and his administration, another precise, swift, and seemingly effective military operation. What do you think we can expect to see from the international community in response?
Allies of the United States are going to be on the side of the United States, and America's adversaries are going to come down pretty strong on this. And when you read the statement from Senator Lee talking about Article 2 and the president's authority to carry out this operation, likely probably getting a jump on some of the criticism that the president might be facing with Democrats on Capitol Hill.
Like a random
perhaps
dude
a little cover there from Senator Lee.
And a random
so adversaries
dude
of the United States and, of course, Maduro's allies, Russia, China, and Iran, are going to come down very strongly
you know exactly where
on
you at,
this
though.
operation.
And you say,
let's not forget that in early December, War Secretary Pete Hegseth outlined America's new national security strategy. Part of it was bringing back what he called the Monroe Doctrine, taking control of the Western Hemisphere. There are
everybody in chat appreciate the love, man. Thanks for subscribing and thanks for liking the video.
That want to decrease the influence
I need one more sub
of
to hit.
China, Russia, and Iran. Of course, we've seen Hezbollah operatives set up shop in Venezuela in the
so
past.
It'd be 1.5.
This was all the reason that President Trump wanted a change in Venezuela.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe.
Then he posted a picture of this man. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull this up for you and shit. I'm gonna show you how he got arrested. See, it's trending, bro. You don't even have to barely put the word in. They woke up without a president, nigga. The United States came in and said, nigga, he's ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, his country woke up without a president. Ain't that some shit? Oh, this dude, I guess he do be in that. Look, let me see, get a good picture. They capture this nigga and Trump posted this picture too, boy. Hold on, I need the full picture. Trump a motherfucker, boy. See? Y'all see it right there? He in a full Nike Tech. You thought this nigga was a YN for real. He in Nike Tech, G. Which is funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And Trump posted that shit. Like, everybody got this picture from Trump. Look. And then I guess he be in Nike Techs if you think about it. See, I think there's another Nike Tech. So this just a Nike Tech type president. Like, but he looked like a YN because this is literally the YN Nike Techs. You know what I'm saying? The one he got caught in. The gray one. And they come to identify this man easy. They're like, look at the beard. He ain't even get rid of the beard. So, yeah, we see that. Here's a Nike Tech, G. I think we put a bounty on his head, didn't we? Yep. We put a $5 million bounty on my boy for the arrest or the conviction of, boy. I was finna go over there in a minute. I ain't even gonna lie with you, G. I was finna get the crew together. I was definitely finna get the crew together, G. $15 million? I thought it was more. I thought it was like 60.
Dad, this dog's happy.
Okay. Let's see. I want to know how the immigrants feel if they don't leave yet. This is well, it depends. Immigrants might be like, man, what can we do? See, that even the people that's over there that live over there, they woke up like, what do we do? Like, they confused. They're like, well, who is our president? Like, who do we take orders from? Like, nah, nigga, your president's done. Donald J is your new president. That's how this about to go, okay? But the immigrants over here, well, as long as they're over here, I doubt they give a damn, be honest with you. But there's definitely nobody to speak on their behalf now, at least in the presidential stage, because he over here. So I guess they have most likely got somebody in order to take his place. I would assume it would be smart to do such thing. Let's see. It says Mexican president got something to say. What she got to say?
I wonder, Mr. President, I want to ask you because from your vice president, J.D. Vance, said that the message is pretty clear. The drug trafficking must stop. So was this operation a message that you're sending to Mexico, to Claudia Sheinbaum, the president there?
Well, it wasn't meant to be, and we're very friendly with her. She's a good woman, but the cartels are running Mexico. She's not running Mexico. The cartels are running Mexico. And we could be politically correct and be nice and say, oh, yes, she is. No, she's very, she's very frightened of the cartels. They're running Mexico. And I've asked her numerous times, would you like us to take out the cartels? No, Mr. President. No, please. So we have to do something because we lost. The real number is 300,000 people, in my opinion. They like to say 100,000. 100,000 is a lot of people, but the real number is 300,000 people. And we lost it to drugs, and they come in through the southern border, mostly the southern border. Plenty come in through Canada, too, by the way, in case you don't know. Yeah. But they come in through the southern border, and something's going to have to be done with Mexico.
Why did you decide to do this morning?
Are you talking about calling you people or the shot?
No, taking out
I'm not sure which is worse, if you want to know the truth. I'm calling you. I haven't spoken to anybody else because Charlie Hurd has been a great friend of mine for a long time. He was with me when it was not fashionable. And those are the people I like. He was with me, Charlie, when it was not at all fashionable. So that's the reason I'm doing this. And your show is great. You're doing a great job. What a good team.
So I'm assuming that, Mrs. Sheinbaum, Mexico's president, better get in line too. Damn now. Yeah, like he's saying that for a reason. He ain't even talking about Venezuela for real. I'm really thinking about those cartel members that you won't let us come over to grab. We might have to force our way in and do it ourselves. I'm telling you, like, what can they do though? That's the problem. This is like, I think, the stiff arm mode, right? This is where people are like, well, we aren't powerful enough to say no or fight these people back from helping us. Just based on the respect they have for us is why they don't come in our country and do things for us or, against us. Like, If he's telling us we can come in there and help the cartel and you're saying no, okay, technically speaking, if he wanted to, you know what I mean? So it's best for these people to, up their army, up their military training, whatever they need to do. Like all that extra money they got, cartel money, or whatever they doing, I know they are. They need to siphon that shit right back into the money. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going.
But why did you make the decision to take out Maduro this morning? And what was Maduro doing when our guys came in on him?
So we were going to do this 4 days ago, but the weather was not perfect. The weather has to be perfect. And we had just the perfect weather. We had, very good. A little bit few more clouds than we thought, but
he said the weather has to be perfect.
We waited 4 days. We were going to do this 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. And then all of a sudden it opened up and we said go. And I'll tell you, it was just amazing. And what was he doing? He was in a very highly guarded, like a fortress, actually. He was in a fortress. That we had nobody killed was amazing. I think we had nobody killed, I have to say, because a couple of guys were hit, but they came back and they're supposed to be in pretty good shape. But that we had nobody killed, that we lost no aircraft. Everything came back. We got it all back. One of them was hit pretty hard, but a helicopter, but we got it back. But it just was the right time to do it. We had to do it because it's a war. We're losing 300,000 people a year. We don't lose that much in a war, okay, if you look. And we had to do it. But he was in a house that was more like a fortress than a house. It had steel doors. It had what they call a safety space where it's, solid steel all around. He didn't get that space closed. He was trying to get into it, but he got bum rushed so fast that he didn't get into that. We were prepared.
It was over for the boy.
Massive blowtorches and everything else that you need to get through that steel, but we didn't need it. He didn't make it to that area of the house.
Mr. President, your war on narco-terrorism from our southern border and beyond clearly will save American lives. Moving forward for Venezuela.
Let's start by saying what he just said, bro. That boy he doing what he's supposed to do. That's all he's saying. He's saying that the boy was heavily guarded, but that was no mission incomplete that the American people couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hear. That's what I'm interpreting. He's really saying we those niggas, bro. And he might have been super heavily guarded, but it didn't matter because we them boys, and we could attack at any moment. He basically saying that if the weather was at like 85 degrees, we going through. You know what I'm saying? Weather 85, make sure there was no rain. We gonna go in. They probably send back like, damn it, slight drizzle today. Okay, let's wait for tomorrow. Damn it, it's only 80 degrees. All right, well, we'll just do it the next day. Perfect weather. Send their ass in. Send them in. Send them in. You know what I'm saying? Then they just kidnapped the man. They said, we just going to do our own bounty. They knew they was the only one to do that bounty. They wanted their own people to turn on him and turn him in. That's what he really wanted to, but they loyal. But they knew that bounty, we couldn't get it. We'll definitely take it if we got them spaceship. Like we had in the Army, like say for instance, you Elon Musk, you got your own little missionary. You know what I'm saying? You got your own little arsenal. And you got your crew or whatever you pay for. You can send their ass over there. If it's legal, you be like, hey, do we have permission to go over to Venezuela and take them niggas out? Sure, $15 million, I bet. Send them that way. But, of course, we don't have that type of shit. Another country would have to probably do it, or the people within the country itself would have to do that. You know what I mean?
What do you think is next for the Venezuelan people now that you have removed Maduro so that he can face American justice?
Well, we're making that decision now. We can't take a chance on letting somebody else run and just take over where he left or left off. So we're making that decision now. We'll be involved in it very much. And we want to do liberty for the people. We want to, have a great relationship. I think the people of Venezuela are very, very happy because they love the United States.
Yes, that's so weird.
Essentially a dictatorship or worse.
Now, he's telling the truth. I just seen a video of a bunch of Venezuelans like dancing and shit in the crowd. It was a big crowd, everybody dancing. I'm like, they just took your president, G. Like, what's going on? Ain't y'all sad? I don't know, man. I think they want to be free. Like he said, it might be a for real dictatorship. So in actuality, it's really like good for the people of Venezuela, in a way. But they, of course, if they were smart, they had other people in order ready to take his spot.
Of course, it was a terrible thing that was taking place in Venezuela. But look, tremendous numbers of people were being killed through drugs. And what they did to our country in sending prisoners and people from mental institutions and drug lords and everything, they sent them by the hundreds of thousands of people into our country. And that is just unforgivable. That's why, he wanted to negotiate at the end, and I didn't want to negotiate. I said, nope, we got to do it. He was trying to negotiate at the end. You probably saw that. And trying hard to make a deal. And I said, this could have been a very foolish thing if it didn't work out. But I said, nope, we can't do it. What he did with drugs is bad. What he did with a lot of other things is bad. But what he did was sending hundreds of thousands of Tren de Aragua and drug dealers. And they emptied out their jails into our country. They emptied out, if you think about it, they emptied out all of their mental institutions into our country. What he did there, and every other thing, is unforgivable.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me.
Hey, I wonder what's gonna happen now. Like, shit getting juicy, big dog. I'm trying to interpret it the right way. It's getting juicy out here. So we going over there taking shit like we supposed to, right? And now let's see if we can help people. Maybe if there's a better leadership, maybe we got something better for their country. Maybe we take it over. Fuck it. Everybody becomes Americans. Like Puerto Rico, we take it over as a territory because that'd be crazy. I don't even want to. Like, that'd be nuts. Trying to take over Venezuela as a U.S. territory, that'd be crazy, bro. Like, we'll be like them niggas, bro. It's like, yeah, we got a spot right in the South of America, boy, and we're just loaded with arms. As soon as we own that shit, we're gonna have to own a port of entry to get other parts. Because really, it's about the land. Like, certain seas we can't go through. You know what I'm saying? Because it's owned by certain people. If you take over land that has certain sections of seas, you can patrol them seas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It gets deep. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure you subscribe. Peace. Yeah, bro. It's getting wild out here, G. Hold on. Let me go check on my dogs. Them boys go crazy, boy. They eat a human. In the meantime, let's see. Let that play.
All right, let's bring in now Wes Tabor, former DEA agent who served as the DEA country attaché in Venezuela from 2010 to 2013 and helped investigate the Maduro regime. And Wes, you are very familiar with not only Maduro and his wife who have been taken into custody, but the inner circle that operated around him. What are your thoughts this morning about what has transpired, and what do we need to know about that inner circle, which we presume the Trump administration may continue to pursue?
Listen, we have like 15 people that have been indicted. The indictment was released in 2020 talking about the charges. We have conspiracy to import controlled substances, narco-terrorism.
It's crazy,
we have
G.
providing material support. We have drug trafficking conspiracy. I mean, listen, these guys are responsible.
Let's see what's going on YouTube, man. I'm a streamer now. I'm just doing. I'm actually, while I'm here sitting here, I'm actually clipping shit. Because it's just easy. It's the all kind of poor. Being poor is a choice. Billionaire versus minimum wage. I like that. What this dude talking about? FedEx Fear. What is his name? FedEx Fearless. He got 611K. So he doing his thing for sure.
Comment sections and everything.
If you need to figure out how you can make more affiliate sales with the digital marketing course that you're an affiliate for.
Oh, so, okay, I get it. saying? So you want me to make sales with the course instead of selling my own products for right now?
Exactly. So once you figure out how you can make sales with the course, with
Then I
whatever
can talk.
experimentation, then you can be like, hey, I made 20 grand as an affiliate, faceless. Here's my
Nah,
course on how I did it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm
Make sense?
getting it. Yeah.
So you got to experiment with different ways on how you can make more money as the affiliate, and then you can sell the course.
And do you recommend me still posting like short-term, like short reels and stuff? Like
That's the
7 to
only
10
way you're
second
gonna
reels?
make money with this. That's the only that business model. This is short form is the only way. Probably the best way. Not even nothing else matters, because you're in affiliate marketing for digital marketing course. So you need to sell. How much is the digital marketing course?
It's $497.
Okay. And what does it teach people?
Like it teaches everything. It teaches how to get like it's not only digital
Man, I
marketing.
need to
There's
charge
other
it for
parts
my
of the course,
thing.
but like I'm not really interested in that.
I
But
feel
it
like I
teaches
need to go.
how to get like set up with digital marketing, like faceless. There's like with face. There's like how to set up your store, how to post content, how to go viral. Like
I'm gonna have to
All right.
switch.
So okay. Use one
All right,
part
team.
of
I'm
that
gonna have to
to
get off,
good
get back
at it.
on, man. Appreciate the
Figure
love.
out what works for you. Tweak it. Max.
I'm gonna have to get off. I'm gonna go back on vertical. So if y'all catch me on the vertical, because I gotta put my phone on the charger and I gotta cut OBS. So appreciate the love. Appreciate everything. Make sure you subscribe, whoever's left. Appreciate the love. I'll be right back on. Peace.